There is nothing more devastating than waking up to find your whole life has been changed. Your world is turned upside down and you have no clue which way is up and which way is out. And you can't stop what is happening to you. It's undescribable. It's unfathomable. And the only person that can understand it is the person that is in it with you. To say that you are afraid is an understatement. It's almost a slap in your face to be minimized down to a mere form of understanding. The emotion you feel when you are out of control. The right diagnosis can turn your legs to jelly. As much as we love the Lord and as much experience we have with Him in our lives, there are things that will come upon you that will make you wonder and will make you question. Nobody can plan for an attack, and there are some attacks in our lives that will have nothing to do with sin. Nobody plans to fail. Nobody starts out in life hoping they don't succeed. And it doesn't matter who you are, saint or sinner. The rain falls on the just as well as the unjust. And when the storm has passed, the just and the unjust celebrate when the sun rises again. All of us will have to go through a storm. And all of us, when the sun comes, brings us joy. All of us are excited about the birth of a new baby. All of us want that child to grow up with all the potential and all the opportunities allotted to them. We love the new beginnings, but we cringe and attempt to hide from those endings that are inevitable and come with life. Bad times do come with life, but you can't hide from it. You can't run from it. The birth of Jesus Christ reminds us of God's salvation plan for mankind, but the baby did not save us. It was the death of Christ on the cross that redeemed us from the law. It was His bitter end that saved us from our sin. We can't run from our lives. Some of us, if God were to reveal what was going to happen in the middle, if God were to show us what was going to occur somewhere down the line, many of us would never engage in our lives. Life can't be stopped unless you choose to stop living it. The Bible tells us to choose life. Even when blessings and cursings are in front of us, choose blessing. God knows how to end a thing. He knows how to end it, and in fact, He ends it before He begins it. He says in His word, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. How would you have known God to be a deliverer if you never needed to be delivered? How would you known Him to be a heart fixer if your heart was never broken? How would you know Him to be a mind regulator if your mind was never confused? And how would you know what victory was unless you had known of defeat? But in order for you to get to, you have to go through. You can't avoid it. You have to experience it. You have to know that God is able to deliver you from beginning to the middle and through to the end. He said that I will never leave you, nor will I forsake you. You have to trust Him. You have to follow Him and believe Him at His word. Because when nighttime comes, He is the only one that can see you in it. When hard times come, He is the only one that can save. And when no one on earth can reach you, He is the only one that can pull you through. Nobody knows what you're feeling except for the one who's in it with you. We have to go forward. We have to be obedient like Jesus, who suffered the weight of the cross on our behalf. He was obedient. Even to the death of the cross, He was obedient. He knew what it felt like to be rejected, despised, and wounded for our transgressions. When you can't find your way, when you don't know which way to turn, when it seems all hope is lost, don't be afraid to live. Don't be afraid to be engaged in life. Love and live your life to the full.